Not yet done a classic muscle car on this channel like a Corvette or a Nova or a Chevelle, but today that changes because obviously parked next to me we have a 1978 Chevrolet Corvette Indianapolis 500 Pace Car. Now there's plenty of cool and unique things to point out on this car, so today we're going to do just about that. We're going to go over all of the coolest things about the Indianapolis 500 Corvette Pace Car, and hopefully you learned something about this car that you didn't know before clicking on this video today. In 1978, Chevrolet celebrated the 25th anniversary of the Corvette by pacing the Indianapolis 500 and then following that releasing a series of customer cars like the one parked behind me today. Just 6,502 of these cars were built in 1978, and today we're going to be taking an in-depth look at the 1978 Chevrolet Corvette Indianapolis 500 Pace Car. Now, something you don't probably often think about when buying a 1978 Corvette is definitely storage space. However, this car actually does have some storage space. If you turn this little glove compartment here to the right and open it, you can see that you can put actually a couple larger items inside here if you really need to store it. The one thing this car doesn't have is a proper center console that pops out or is able to store anything in whatsoever. It does have tiny, tiny little side pockets here that if I show you closer, it really does show you that there's not really that much room here for anything to put. But overall, you're not really shopping for a 1978 Corvette for storage purposes. You're probably shopping for this car to look good and go fast. So this 1978 Chevrolet Corvette Indianapolis 500 Pace Car is definitely a little bit outside of the box from the cars that we normally review and drive. This is definitely one of the oldest cars that we've driven, and also we have not really done a proper muscle car yet on the channel, but I can assure you that this is definitely a proper muscle car. The 1978 Chevrolet Corvette Indianapolis 500 Pace Car is just one of 6,502 units produced for that year, and this happens to be one of them. Now, this is an awesome example, obviously a very clean, very well taken care of example. And when you're driving it, you really can't even tell that this car is from 1978. It really does feel like this car was just made. It's a really well put together example of the 1978 Chevrolet Corvette Indianapolis 500 Pace Car, and I'm super happy to be driving it today. Thank you again to my friend Lance over at Luxsport Motor Group. Definitely check out their website, luxsport.com, to see their wide variety of different types of cars that they have for sale. It ranges from Porsches, Ferraris, and even 1978 Corvettes like the one I'm currently driving. And definitely be sure to check out their Instagram as well, which is Luxsport Motor Group, where they post all of their photography and videography of all of their cars for sale. And thank you again to my friend Lance for allowing me to review and take out this 1978 Chevrolet Corvette Indianapolis 500 Pace Car. A couple of unique things on the Indianapolis 500 Pace Car version of the Corvette are, number one, the mirrored roof panels that you can see here, the mirror tint roof panels, as well as if you step inside the car, you can see the contoured racing seats that are additional on this car. And if you step outside the car, you can also take a whole look at the two-tone silver and black paint job. The car also has front and rear spoilers as well. And overall, there's definitely a lot of unique features on the 1978 Chevrolet Corvette Indianapolis 500 Pace Car. L82 engine that's inside of this car is good for a 9-to-1 compression ratio that generates 220 overall horsepower for the 1978 Chevrolet Corvette. And definitely you can feel all of that power when driving this car. It's a true muscle car and a true sports car feel.